and welcome them. From Maryland, you saw him earlier, Michael Prettyman. From Pennsylvania, Rosette Santos. And one of Rob Snyder's buddies, I don't know if it's Susan Fisher or Rob who nicknamed him Cutie Pie, but ladies, you can tell Rob thanks for the nickname for him. Executive Director James Levins. All right, Michael, hold that up. I already told him you're from Maryland. Tell us a little bit about your background.
I work in facilities management and maintenance. I work about 50 hours a week and manage a lot of people.
All right, and I've got to know you at a Maryland Ignite Academy, and I know that in the past you've done some network marketing. How'd that go for you?
Well, I always say that I never wanted to get involved in another networking marketing again. But because of the persistence of a Sam Salter, a friend of mine, after 9 months of me not watching a George Cafalis webinar, I finally watched it and got really excited. Because what I realized is that I always knew that network marketing provided financial freedom. But the vehicle in which you drive does make a difference. My vehicles were broke down, didn't work, bicycles. But I saw a Lamborghini, Ignite Lamborghini. And when I got into that Ignite Lamborghini, there was George Cafalis, Ron and Tony Jara, and Presley Swaggerty. I know we're going quickly and I know we're going fast.
All right, one thing before we pass that to Roseanne, tell us when you saw this, what was your initial why? What did you want to do when your MEI started coming in?
I wanted to do a plan B. I wanted to take care of my family. I wanted to do something special for my parents because they made a lot of sacrifices. And I wanted to give back to my team, who were a lot of my friends. So it meant really a lot to me for that reason.
Very nice, very nice. So let's pass that on to Roseanne. Give it up for Michael. All right, Miss Roseanne. You worked a lot of hours. Tell us what line of work you were in before Ignite.
I actually was a surgical assistant for over 17 years. So
hold the mic up just a little bit. There you go.
So I'm accustomed to working 60, 70 hours a week, easily.
60 or 70 hours a week. Okay.
Yeah.
And tell us about your family.
I have 3 children. I'm married. I have 1 grandchild. And this is the part where you're all supposed to say, wait a minute, you look too young to be a grandmother.
Yes. You really shouldn't get married when you're 12.
I think I did. I think I did. What's the question again?
I don't know. Looking at a hot grandma and having no clue what's in my head right now. All right. Family is obviously very important to you. And if Ignite wasn't a part of your life now, what would things look like?
Again, I was working 60, 70 hours a week. This business has brought to me, and I'm actually going to speak to all the women in this room right now. Talking to all of you right now. What this business has done, and why I'm actually in this business originally, is when I heard that I could do something for my children, and that I could pass this down to my grandchildren. I have a very hard-working husband who works ridiculous hours. So my why now is to retire him. This business actually has bought us, in August, we purchased a house on 3 acres of land in our dream house right now. It has also allowed me to watch my granddaughter 3 to 4 times a week, so my oldest son and his wife don't have to provide daycare for her. So I'm actually able to stay home with my grandchild now and watch her, which I was never able to experience with my own children. Also, I left out, I was a single mother with 3 children under the age of 5, so this is, ladies, do this business for your children. Listen to me. Do this for your children. My son, as a matter of fact, this promotion today, he called me and he says, I'm texting him the information. My son is 3 people away from SD today. So I told him, make me proud. I want to see you SD before I get home on Sunday.
All right. Good stuff. I want you to answer one other quick thing for me. I always like to get as many training tips in for people, and getting to know you over the last year or so, you do a great job when a brand new associate comes on the team, making sure they have immediate success, trigger their first check. Tell everyone there, out there, why that's so important and what you're doing to make sure they get that first check immediately.
Well, when I sign somebody up, I make it very, imperative. Now, we all know that the people here in the North were a little different than you all here in the South. So we do things a little different. We threaten you.
A woman of power.
So if you want to get paid, I want to get paid. So I tell everybody it's in my best interest to help you get paid because I want the money too. So let's roll, and that's how we do it.
Right, but I do want to tell them this, because the threatening does work.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what I've heard from everybody about her is she doesn't tell them what to do. She sits down and shows them what to do and does it with them. I hate to answer your question, my own question for you, but that's imperative, guys. Everybody, my buddy Greg McCord has a great saying that everybody gets to a certain position and they want to be the lifeguard and sit in the stand and blow the whistle and point, right? We got to get down and work with people and make it happen. And Roseanne does a great job with that. Give it up for Roseanne.
Oh wait, can I say one thing?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you got me up here now.
Oh, cool. Can you snap your fingers when you do that?
Fingers. First of all, I just want to say thank you to those one person in this room right now that she doesn't realize. She said something to me at SD Boot Camp. Well, she actually spoke to a room and she said, fall in love with your team's why and you'll be successful in this business. And that person was Bernadette Wright. And I always remembered that. I want everybody to turn around and look up at section 14 in the nosebleed section, because if it wasn't for them up there, I wouldn't be standing here right now. Thank you, guys.
Dr. Levins, I presume? Guys, Executive Director James Levins. Well, I don't know if they know what you went through in the car business, but I spent a lot of years doing that, and that's an ugly deal. Tell us about what life was.
How we doing? Dallas? Right. You know what? It's funny, when my brother approached me, or actually just bugged me about this opportunity, I was at the peak of my career. I was a wholesaler in the car business, buying and selling 400 to 500 cars a month. I worked 8 days a week, and when he kept approaching me about this, he said, we got to get involved. And my excuse was, I don't have time to do anything else. Neither do you. So I kept blowing him off, and after I understood deregulation and what it really was, I got involved, and I didn't take it seriously. I was still 1 million hours in the car business over here, and I played with my stupid little energy hobby over here. And my big aha moment was when one of my best friends, number 8, where you at, Ryan Morris? Ryan Morris calls me and says, James, describe what you do in the car business. See, I buy a car, I sell a car, I hope I make money, and then I get a check. It's my life. And he said, what happens if you don't show up? I said, I don't get paid. He said, put residual income into that car business. You buy the car, you sell the car, you get that check, but imagine getting paid every time somebody starts their car. It didn't make sense at the time, but I'll tell you what, it sunk in. And then he's very motivational to say, look, if you take your work ethic and your drive, you can kill at this business if you really want to. This is huge. So I said, you know what do I have to lose? I put my head down and I got to work. And because it takes hard work to be successful at anything, because of this business, and I took it seriously, I was able to walk away from the car business because of Ignite. And I'm not trying to say, look at me, but you know what? I got my freedom back, which people don't have freedom in their lives. And my favorite thing about having freedom is that I get to wake up every morning, every afternoon. I get to wake up every day and help other people be successful, and by default, I'm successful. And people always come up to me and say, can you give me some success tips? My favorite is goal setting. Set goals in your lives, in anything. Because if not, you wake up every day with nothing to achieve. And I understand, you get frustrated. People get frustrated all the time. In this business, at your work, at your job, in life itself, you get frustrated. My answer to you is, if you're frustrated, good. I'm glad you're frustrated. Because frustration creates great entrepreneurs. Frustration creates great entrepreneurs. Take that frustration and put it into a vehicle. Put it into a possibility. The possibility. Now guys, you're going to see top money earners up here in a little bit. There's no major difference between you and them. Okay? There's 24 hours in a day. They're human. There's 7 days in a week. The only difference is they were frustrated at some point and did something about it. Guys, more important, guys, they did something about it and they didn't let the negativity around them talk them out of their dreams. You're stupid for doing it. It's not going to work. You need to go back to your 9 to 5 where you hate your life because that's what you were born to do. They didn't let that affect them, and I'll tell you what. When you leave here, I'm going to teach you guys a phrase. For any negative person that tries to talk you out of your dreams, here's what you tell them. You say, thank you for your opinion. You be right, and I'll be rich. Say it with me. You be right, I'll be rich.